Hello, pipe brethren. I bring you sad news tonight. I may make fun of it, but I am very sad, actually. Anyway, we'll get into that in 1 second. This is drying. The Peterson is drying. I barely have enough pipes for a week, so I'm going to order some pipes. I'm going to order some corn cobs also. Rather, I'm going to order some corn cob pipes, not any others right now. But if I do, it's going to be some bargain basement like seconds that are unfinished, because I have this kind of gut belief that an unfinished pipe is going to smoke cooler, it's going to dissipate heat better, and it's going to also wick away the moisture faster when it's drying. It's just an opinion. It may be right, it may be wrong. We'll test it out when I get a natural or like a virgin pipe or whatever, or buy a $20 block and make my own. Just like chisel it around a little bit and sand it. Use my Dremel toolkit. That's what I might do. But so I'm not really going to buy any briar, except it's a cheap option like that. But I'll probably get some corn cobs because I've been wanting some for a while. I had back in the day. Anyway, why am I sad today? Well, the only tobacco I have until the delivery arrives, so I'm pouring it away now, is it's the same Peterson Irish flake. It's just, it smokes better if I let it dry out for about 15 to 30 minutes. And yesterday, or the last couple of days, when I smoked, I realized that some of my pipes just don't have a cake built up. And back in the day, back in 2011, I read these tips and watched, it was a lot of reading actually, I think more reading, less YouTube. And I put honey on the inside of some of my pipes to build up the cake and break them in, just a little thin layer. And what I did on my last two bowls is I used some very runny organic agave nectar, because I don't have any honey, I don't have any maple syrup, I don't have anything like that, don't even have any sugar. So I just use the agave nectar to sweeten my coffee, and occasionally put in a smoothie. Speaking of which, we're going to have a little conversation about turmeric, because I stained some tiles, but we'll get to that in a second anyway. So I put a little layer of that on the inside of the bowl. I'm going to do that again. Oh, bollocks. I'm going to do that again before I smoke this pipe tonight. It's just got ash in there, so I'll just dab a little bit around, let it dry for a little bit, and then we'll get back to you. And then I'll talk about my tile cleaning adventures and the sad news that I bring you tonight. All right, back in the bowl. So when I was new in my pipe smoking, I would really pack these bowls too tight, and I'll go grab my tamper in a second. I'd also tamp it too much. So I was commonly, especially with a flake like Peterson's University flake, like partway through I'd have to be like picking out and lifting up all the tobacco and moving it around, and all of a sudden I have a great smoke. But I was definitely packing too tight. Right now with this, and you know, this pipe never been really broken in, I'm just doing it real light filling. It's gonna get maybe like honestly, it's a big bowl, so maybe a third to a half of the bowl if it was like pushed down properly. And I have some liquid agave nectar to give it a little bit of sugar to build up the cake. I know that's a debatable point, but I will say, it gave me kind of a nice smoke the other night when I did that. Did I tell you what the sad news is yet? Okay, so my pet pigeon, who had two little babies, and yesterday or 2 days ago I saw him feeding the babies, and it was so beautiful. And I look out in the patio today and the nest has blown off the support beam on the porch, and the nest is on the ground upside down, and picked up one of the little babies. He was already dead. So with a friend, I buried him in the garden. That was really rather sad, and the other one didn't make it either, so tomorrow I'll be burying that one. And the bird, I tried putting the nest back up there, and the bird went away and hung out on the wall for a while, and then came back and is up there without a nest. But it's it's not a great place for nests to be built, and in the future, to save this from happening, if there's a nest that's up there, I'm going to move it before they get settled, because eventually the wind's going to blow it down. And the cutest little baby pigeons just getting their feathers really bummed me out. I don't have any pets. So anyway, I'm going to get my matches and tamper, and I will be back. So I went through all my recent ads, in the last year, going back a year, and I think I added everyone that's got an active channel. In the YTPC, and if it's pipe related, I'll add you back. So what's the other news today? I helped a young friend saw some pieces of old wood and and drill it and add some rope and make a little shelving unit out of it, and that was cool. I was used for the grunt labor. The other thing I did while mixing a smoothie is I dropped a little glass container of turmeric, or turmeric, however you pronounce it, and I had no idea you don't wipe that shit up, because as soon as it gets wet, it stains. It stains everything. And so the tile all underneath the fridge by the countertop was all stained yellow. And I'm like, oh fuck. So the first natural remedy I tried was white cleaning vinegar, which got some of it away. So I went on YouTube, of course, and I got a cheap, it was less than $2, a little container of baking soda, and I mixed up a little bit with water. Miraculously, that worked, and actually, it cleaned out the grout pretty good too. And I've got these two nasty chemicals. One is from Zepp, and the other one's from some other company, and that's grout cleaner. And I was going to clean the whole grout everywhere with this tile in this property, and it's toxic. So anyway, they're unopened, and if I don't need to use them, I'll take them back and I'll just use baking soda. By the way, I should have let the syrup dry before lighting this pipe, to be honest, and filling it. So, oh man, so little time and so many videos to watch. But hey, shout out to Tucson Piper. That was very cool. I'm going to chat back with you through the messages, and we'll have to meet up in town, smoke some good tobacco. I'm going to feel really inadequate after seeing your 1 year seller. Now you tell me it's grown considerably. I may have some a little purchase of some tobacco on the way, and I've got to order some more things as well, because I really would like to do a gore for you guys. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. What hoops, what hoops I'm going to make you jump through. They'll be mine, don't worry. And what is nice as a giveaway, you know. So, that is that. And actually, since I've been posting, like, subscribers have been coming along, so, and these aren't the fancy videos either, you know, so I do appreciate that, and maybe, if we're lucky, we'll get to 300 subs. Woohoo! Alright. These videos just can go on and on, so I'll keep this one short. Happy piping, still breaking in. My 1-year-old or 1.5-year-old Melina Pisa pipe. Nice sized freehand. And the next time we speak, I should have some new tobacco. And I'll give you one of my awful reviews on it, because well, it's like wine or spirits or something that you're really familiar with. It's or certain flavors in food. You know, you got to know what to reference. I know the ones that I like, and if I let them dry a little bit more, or if they're too dry, or if they're not dry enough, or whatever, and how that affects the flavor, and if I haven't let the pipe dry out, you know, there's a difference between a good and bad smoke. I'm sure we all know that. But the nuances of a tobacco, really, they're still not in my repertoire. And there's good people that review. So anyway, until next time, happy piping. Take care. Don't wipe the thumbs up. Why? I'm an 80s kid, you know. Oh, peace. Correction, I grew up in the 80s. I'm a 70s kid. So that's why I say things like radical. All right, next time.